In a city overrun by malfunctioning technology, chaos reigns after the global digital collapse. Rhea surveys the wreckage, determined to fight back. Meanwhile, in a hidden basement, Sol works tirelessly on his coding project, trying to create a new digital foundation amidst the ruins. Rhea bursts into the basement, startling Sol, and the two lock eyes for the first time, feeling an instant connection in their shared purpose. Rhea, you must be the coder everyone's been talking about. I need your help to take down the corrupt syndicate controlling the streets. Sol, I can help, but it's going to take more than coding to win this battle. Rhea nods, knowing she needs his skill. They form a plan. Sol will create a digital weapon to expose the syndicate's corruption, while Rhea will rally the streets for support. In the grimy streets, Rhea gathers a group of fighters, each with their own scars and stories, to discuss their mission. Fighter 1. What can we do against a syndicate that has tech at their disposal? They'll crush us. Rhea, we fight smart. Sol's tech will level the playing field. Trust me. The fighters begin to feel hope. Meanwhile, Sol deciphers the syndicate's mainframe, typing furiously as digital defenses attempt to thwart him. Sol whispers to himself, if I can just breach the firewall, I might find a weakness. Rhea returns to Sol's basement, breathlessly exclaiming, they're mobilizing. We need to move. Now. Sol quickly shuts down his computer, the screens flickering off as they prepare to leave. Then let's make it count. They step out into the chaos, the streets echoing with the sounds of violence and desperation as the syndicate's forces patrol the area. Rhea, we need to find the rendezvous point. The others are waiting. Sol checks his device, a hint of worry crossing his face. As they navigate through the alleyways, a syndicate patrol appears, blocking their path. Rhea readies herself for a fight. Rhea, stand back, Sol. This is my turf. Sol nods, adjusting his glasses as he analyzes the situation. I can create a diversion. Just give me a second. He quickly taps on his device, unleashing a wave of digital static that disrupts the patrol's communication. Rhea charges forward, catching the disoriented enforcers off guard. Looks like you picked the wrong fight. Sol uses the distraction to maneuver behind the enemy, typing quickly on his tablet to exploit their confusion. The patrol, realizing they were ambushed, scramble to retaliate. Rhea delivers swift kicks and punches, taking them down one by one. Rhea, 1 down, 3 to go. Keep pushing. Sol's heart races as he watches her fight, inspired by her fearless spirit. With a final blow, Rhea dispatches the last enforcer, breathing heavily but victorious. That was just a taste. We need to plan better. Sol catches up, panting. You were incredible, but we can't afford to let our guard down. They'll be back. In the aftermath of their victory against the syndicate patrol, Rhea and Sol sit down in the hidden basement, planning their next move. Rhea looks at the map and points. We need to hit the syndicate where it hurts most, their data hub. It's heavily guarded, but it's our best shot at exposing them. I can design a program that will scramble their security systems, but I need time and access to their mainframe, Sol replies, his glasses flickering with lines of code. Rhea nods, her confidence unwavering. I'll rally more fighters. We can do this together. This is our chance to take back control. As Rhea leaves to gather support, Sol mutters to himself, they may not believe in my abilities, but I'll show them that coding can be as powerful as fighting. Meanwhile, Rhea approaches a group of fighters at a nearby abandoned warehouse, her presence commanding attention. Listen up! The syndicate thinks they can control us, but together we can turn the tides, Rhea shouts, igniting a flicker of hope in the crowd. One fighter reluctantly steps forward, but we don't have the weapons or the numbers to face their tech. Rhea replies, We have resilience, and with Soul's coding skills, we can disrupt their systems. We must believe in ourselves. In the hidden basement, Saul works tirelessly at his keyboard, running simulations to test his theory as he mutters lines of code under his breath. Suddenly, an alert interrupts Saul's concentration. The syndicate is conducting a sweep in their vicinity, heightening the sense of urgency. "No time to waste," Saul exclaims, scrambling to conceal sensitive data as he prepares for a potential confrontation. Back at the warehouse, Rhea senses the shift in the air, raising her voice. "We need a strategy. If we're going to fight, we must be smarter." Another fighter reaffirms, "Rhea's right. Let's use the element of surprise. We must hit them where they least expect it." Rhea smiles at the support. "Exactly. Soul's system will create chaos within their ranks. That's our opportunity to strike." In the basement, Soul finalizes his program, typing rapidly, anxiety creeping in. "Come on, just a little longer," he whispers to himself. As the fighters rally around Rhea, someone shouts from the back, "What if this is a trap? What if we walk right into their hands?" Rhea faces the doubter and asserts, "We'll never know unless we try. Standing still is still losing. Trust me, and trust Saul. He's brilliant." With a determined nod, the fighter relents. "All right, I'm in. Let's do this." The mood shifts as eagerness ignites within the group. Soul, still in the basement, feels the weight of their lives resting on his shoulders, thinking, "I must finish this before it's too late." The fighters, now unified, chant Rhea's name, igniting the atmosphere with hope and strength, ready for the upcoming battle. Just as Rhea feels the momentum shifting, her communicator buzzes with a message, an urgent alert from Soul. "Rhea, we've got company coming. They're closer than we thought." "What do we do?" A voice echoes from the crowd, fear creeping back in. Rhea gathers her thoughts. "We stay together. No one fights alone. We move out now." As they prepare to infiltrate the data hub, Rhea checks her gear, her determination palpable in the air. Soul shares the latest updates on the Syndicate's security protocols, projecting a holographic map of the data hub. Rhea takes a deep breath, addressing her fighters with passionate resolve, igniting their spirits. As they gear up, Soul leans in, whispering a tactical approach to Rhea, his resolve solidifying. Rhea's voice rings out as she inspires the group to push through their fears, igniting courage in their hearts. With newfound energy, the group suits up, slipping on tactical gear and testing their weapons under Rhea's watchful eye. Soul rechecks his digital weapon programming, sweat beading on his forehead as the deadline approaches. Rhea decides to scout ahead, motioning for a few fighters to join her for reconnaissance. As Rhea scouts towards the Syndicate's data hub, she senses danger lurking in the air, her instincts on high alert. Back in the hideout, Soul finalizes his coding, but realizes he needs Rhea's input to perfect the digital weapon. On her reconnaissance, Rhea spots a group of Syndicate thugs gathering outside the data hub, her pulse quickening. Rhea slips back to the hideout, urgency in her movements as she informs Soul of the Syndicate's posture. Rhea describes their observations, and Saul quickly begins drafting a plan to exploit the Syndicate's weaknesses. With a plan forming, Rhea gathers the team, firing up their spirits for the challenge ahead. As they prepare to execute their plan, Soul integrates final touches on his digital weapon, the atmosphere thick with anticipation. The group huddles together, each person sharing a motivation for resisting the Syndicate, bonding their spirits tightly. Finally ready, Rhea leads the fighters out of the hideout, their resolve solidified against the dangers that await them. On the approach to the data hub, Rhea motions for silence, every fighter obediently falling into a wary hush. Sol checks the signal on his device, indicating their entry point is clear, heightening the group's anticipation. Rhea briefs the team on the final plan, her voice low but filled with urgency as they prepare to move. Rhea signals to her team, and they huddle up in the shadows, hearts racing with adrenaline. Sol taps furiously at his keyboard, coding in bursts, beads of sweat forming on his forehead as he races against time. Rhea rallies her team, her voice steady and inspiring. "We've trained for this moment, and together we will reclaim our city." Just as Rhea is about to lead the charge, Sol's voice crackles over the comms. "Rhea, a syndicate patrol is nearby. They might have spotted us." Rhea clenches her fists. "We can't back down now. Trust our training." Then she gestures to the fighters for silence. As they stealthily approach the data hub, Rhea whispers, "Stay low, stay quiet, just like we practiced." Inside, Sol's voice echoes through their earpieces. "I'm almost done with the program. Just a few more minutes." Rhea nods at her fighters. "Remember, they're expecting us, but they won't see our power coming." Suddenly, an alarm blares from the data hub. Sol exclaims, "They've spotted someone. Get ready." Rhea swallows her fear and leads the charge, yelling, "Now! For the city!" As the fighters engage the syndicate, Sol deploys the scrambling program, whispering to himself, "Come on, work." Rhea navigates through the chaos, delivering swift strikes, her voice ringing out, "Push through! We can't let them win." With a burst of energy, Rhea drops a syndicate enforcer to the ground, shouting, "This is for our people!" Meanwhile, Sol notices a breach and yells, "Rhea, they're flanking you from the east side." Rhea nods and pivots, anticipating the attack. "Not today," she declares as she counters the approaching enforcers. Just as Rhea gains an upper hand, Sol's program kicks in, disabling several security drones, causing chaos among the syndicate ranks. Rhea takes advantage of the chaos and yells, "Now's our chance. Let's take control of their command center." Sol quickly relays commands through the earpieces. "Head for the central terminal. The primary server controls everything." As the fighters breach the command center, Rhea steps forward, declaring, "This ends now." Facing off against the syndicate leader, Rhea challenges, "We're no longer your puppets." The leader smirks back. "You think you can change anything? This city belongs to us." Rhea responds with fierceness, "We're here to reclaim it, for our people." As the battle intensifies, Sol realizes, "If I can overload the main server, we can sever their control." He shouts to Rhea. Rhea nods. "Do it. We'll hold them off as long as we can." As the fight escalates, Sol continues typing with urgency. "I'm in. I need a few more seconds." Rhea engages the syndicate leader in a fierce battle, shouting, "This is for the future." Finally, Sol yells, "Now! Overload the system!" as the data hub begins to glitch. With one final push, Rhea delivers a powerful blow, taking down the syndicate leader. "We will rise," she declares victorious.